I know I haven't done reviews in years, and I'm glad to go back to doing what I love. First, I wanted my hair to grow out a bit to give you a fair assessment of every product and any product I was going to review. Secondly, postpartum hair loss and all the shenanigans and everything is over. I can have the time to really pay attention to my hair. I've not been MIA, I've been posting, but not really hair related, just more of the skincare, which I'll be doing more often too. The first review I'm going to do is the Kaleidoscope Miracle Drops. Now, this comes in two forms. You have the extra strength, and this is the original. I am almost out of it. I've had it since I had my baby, and that was because I wanted to use it at a point where I could really see whether it was working or not. Therefore, when the postpartum hair loss started, I focused more on the edges. Now, a mistake I did was to braid all back cornrow, which put more tension on my edges. And because my hair was not even so long, it's like pushing the cornrow in even added more strain to the already fragile edges, and everything just went off. Therefore, I started using the Kaleidoscope at that point, and I would apply just about 2 or 3 drops on the area that I wanted to get the growth, right? Which was mainly my edges. So it's very light, and it reminds me of the Ordinary Scolding oil, which is also one of my favorites for the skin. Now, after I apply, I just spread it. I don't really massage my scalp a lot. I always want to avoid any tension there. So I apply it in the morning, and I use it like 3 times a week, maximum 4 times. So just a few drops, 2 to 3 drops, and I'm good. I was very consistent with it, so I was able to see the result. I will insert a picture. The first thing I'll talk about is the price point is not it's not fun, but I've had this for about a year. And because a little goes a long way, even if you use it on your edges and your scalp, it's going to last you a long time. And as I said, it's extremely light, therefore you don't need to use a lot, otherwise you will have it all over your face and your body, and that is just waste of product. Therefore, just a few 2 to 3 drops should be okay. Now, I know that a lot of times we want to see progress, but this is what I've realized. When you have issues with your edges or your hairline, you want to regrow it, the best is to stay away from styles that put pressure on your edges. We've all heard that. However, I find that when people are trying to grow their edges, they will still do those styles that they think may be helpful, but are actually not helpful. One of them is wigs. Most of it, when I ask people, do you braid your hair? It's like, no, I don't braid. I do cornrows and I wear wig. Well, that is also braids. And because you keep doing that all back tension, no matter how much you use oils, your edges seem not to grow back. That is because it's like you are just wasting the product. You've applied it all right, but the cause is still there. The cause has not been dealt with. So even if you have cornrows and you're wearing wigs, there's a tendency not to see progress because of the tension. Therefore, if you really want to get your edges back, you have to stay away for about 6 months to a year and allow your edges to breathe. And that is the reason I was able to see the results I wanted to see, because I stopped doing those cornrows. I wore my hair like that, even though it was crazy looking. I wore it that way just to get my edges to grow back, and it did. And I was very impressed with the results, and I was very happy that I was consistent for the 6 weeks, and I continued. Once my edges grew in, I didn't really bother about the edges. I was more focused on my crown area and then the nape area. But I still use this once in a while, and that is just because I switched to my own growth oil, and that has also been working for me. But I was consistent with this, and I've been consistent with it, and it has given me the results. You may not probably see the results in 2 weeks, but at least give it 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and you will see the results like I did. In terms of smell, I'm not a fan of strong smells, and this is not too strong, neither is it also too mild. For those who have issues with fragrance, you might not like it. It's not fragrance free. It does have a strong fruity kind of smell. but it's not a smell that would be a problem if you don't mind fruity smells or like that. But it does stay, you actually smell the oil all day long, no matter the drops. So that's one thing about the smell. Now, as I said, the price point, I won't lie, is steep, but it's worth it. And if you're going to use a bottle for about a year, I think it's worth buying. Lastly, I like that the direction is straightforward and it's simple. Sometimes when you pick oils, they will give you the uses and the direction, but there's one thing they don't tell you, that is the time to use the product. And I get that a lot when I have people asking me, when should I take this, when should I take that? But they went a step ahead to indicate that you should apply and do not rinse, and you should also expect results between 4 to 6 weeks. Some cases have produced results in as little as 14 days, and they also tell you that you must take a before picture as a reference for your journey, and it can be applied 3 to 5 times a week. So this for me is one of the reasons why it's much easier for me to find products when you need something that will work and also be truthful, because 3 to 5 times a week and for you to use it for about 4 to 6 weeks is quite realistic. Some might promise you results within 14 days, but I have used products like that and I didn't see anything even after 6 months. So I like that they have stated what you should expect, and that also means that you don't have high expectations. You do not expect miracles within days. As I said, it took me about 4 to 6 weeks to see changes, and that is it, right? So if you enjoyed this review, let me know. I'll be posting more reviews of products, and if you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe, you don't pay to subscribe, so that anytime I post a video, you'll be able to catch it and be able to also decide on what you're going to use for your hair. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, nothing less. Bye bye.